Hey everybody, Haydog here. Welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're doing the Napoleonic Wars, Battle of Salamanca, 1812. Sorry if I'm butchering that name, but let's just get right into this. Spain, 1812.
By 1812, Napoleon's French Empire had 250,000 troops stationed in Spain, bogged down in a war that seemed to have no end.
Nothing.
They faced a bitter struggle against the people of Spain, who'd taken up arms in a guerrilla war.
Yep.
As well as the remnants of Spain's field armies, and an Anglo-Portuguese army under Lord Wellington. But French forces in Spain remained formidable, and in firm control of the capital, Madrid, and most major cities.
Alright.
And the year began with another great French victory in the south, and a calamity for Spain.
If I had two generals like Suchet to lead my troops in Spain, this war would already be over. Suchet?
Spain and Portugal would become a graveyard, not just for young French conscripts, but for the reputation of some of France's most famous generals.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
General Junot, Marshal Soult, and Marshal Jourdan had all tasted defeat. Marshal Massena had been recalled in disgrace.
He sucks.
Marshal Louis-Gabriel Suchet was the exception. French generals in Spain were notorious for their looting. Soult, based in Andalusia, was probably the worst, reckoned to have stolen 1.5 million francs worth of art from Spanish monasteries and churches.
Damn, that's a lot.
As governor of Aragon, Marshal Suchet behaved very differently. He enforced strict discipline on his troops, punishing any who tried to steal or extort money from the Spanish, while treating local authorities with respect.
Oh wow.
He combined this hearts and minds strategy with ruthless military action against the guerrillas that was able to establish firm control of Aragon. In June 1811, after a particularly bloody assault, Suchet took the port of Tarragona, for which Napoleon rewarded him with his marshal's baton. The emperor then sent him reinforcements and ordered him to take Valencia. First, he routed a much larger Spanish army that attacked him at Saguntum, before he laid siege to Valencia. The city was packed with Spanish troops and refugees, and to avoid starvation, General Blake surrendered Valencia on the 8th of January, 1812.
Wow, so she's doing some work.
The French took 18,000 prisoners.
Oh my god.
Including 23 generals, and nearly 500 guns.
Holy crap.
It was a devastating blow to the Spanish cause. But to reinforce Suchet, Napoleon had stripped troops from other armies in Spain, and then withdrawn 25,000 of the best troops for his imminent invasion of Russia.
Of course.
The result was that French forces in Spain were now severely overstretched.
They're everywhere.
Just as Wellington prepared to strike.
We have in the service the scum of the earth, as common soldiers enlisted for drink. Wellington.
Spanish guerrillas kept Wellington well informed of French movements.
Yeah, that's smart.
And learning that the forces facing him in western Spain had been much weakened, he decided to go on the offensive, to strike a blow before the French could concentrate against him.
Yeah.
On the day that Valencia fell,
come on, Wellington,
he laid siege to Ciudad Rodrigo on the Portuguese-Spanish frontier.
Alright.
Eager to take the city before Marshal Marmont could march to its relief, he ordered an assault after just 10 days.
Oh wow.
It succeeded, though Major General Crawford of the Light Division was among 300 killed. Wellington then marched south to besiege the much more strongly defended city of Badajoz.
God, the
An
visuals.
assault was made on the night of the 6th of April. The first wave attacking the main breach were slaughtered.
Sheesh.
But what was supposed to be a diversionary attack on the city's castle with scaling ladders succeeded, and the city soon fell.
Diversionary attack succeeded. Never
The
hear
storming
that.
of Badajoz cost the British 3,700 casualties.
Oof.
In the aftermath, survivors went on the rampage, drinking, looting and raping, and killing more than 100 Spanish civilians before British officers finally restored order. Wellington had secured the two main routes between Spain and Portugal.
That's right.
Now he sent his most reliable subordinate, General Hill, with a small Anglo-Portuguese force to destroy the bridge over the Tagus at Almaraz. This was a vital link between Marmont's army of Portugal
Cut them
and
off.
Soult's army of the south, as the next usable bridge was at Toledo, 90 miles east.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a real big detour.
The bridge was well guarded by forts and redoubts, but Hill led a swift and daring assault. The French defenses were taken by surprise. The bridge itself and all the engineering equipment burned, for the cost of just 177 casualties.
Oh, wow. That is not a lot.
Wellington was now
real
ready
easy.
to begin his advance into Spain. Spanish regular forces and guerrilla bands began operations to tie down as many French troops as possible. While from
Get
the
them
Bay of Biscay,
distracted.
Sir Hugh Popham's naval raiding force made diversionary attacks on French coastal targets. In 4 days, Wellington
getting
was at Salamanca, as Marmont, outnumbered, withdrew behind the Douro River. But when reinforcements arrived, he crossed the river again. For 6 days, Marmont tried to march around Wellington's flank, but the British general matched him move for move, their two armies marching in parallel, often within sight of each other.
Oh, dude, that's
But
gotta be scary. Just seeing your enemy out there and you're just like, well, I'm gonna be shooting at these guys, but not right now. Like, it's just like, oh my god. Like, I would be terrified. I would be like, they're right there. And apparently we're just not gonna fire on them, you know, because duh. But like, we gotta be strategic about this. But it is just so like they could just there could just be one careless guy just gonna like, bam, you know, and shoot you in the head. You never know.
The 7th day, Marmont blundered.
Oh, Marmont blundered. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Mon cher avrugu, monument is perdu. My dear avir moment is lost. Wellington to General Avir. Elvira.
On the morning of the 22nd of July, Wellington's
I don't know
army
French.
occupied high ground 4 miles south of Salamanca.
I try.
Marmont was not interested in a direct assault. He still sought to outflank Wellington, threaten his line of retreat to Portugal, and force him to fall back.
Okay, that's what he's trying to do.
Around 8 a.m., the French won a dash for a hill known as the Greater Arapil, which Marmont made his observation point. The French army began to swing round behind him.
I'm guessing the green is Portugal, and the red is Britain, and the yellow is Spain. I'm guessing.
Marmont had convinced himself that Wellington was an overly cautious general who would not risk attack.
All
The
right.
hills hid most of Wellington's army from view.
Ooh.
And when Marmont saw dust clouds to the west, he assumed it was Wellington's baggage train leaving Salamanca, beginning their retreat.
Wow.
But it was the British 3rd Division and a Portuguese cavalry
timing.
brigade
Yeah.
moving up to strengthen Wellington's flank.
That's a whole corps right
Because he
there.
wasn't planning a retreat. He was about to attack.
Damn. The French wrong again. There they are, my lads. Just let them feel the temper of your bayonets.
Around 2 p.m., Marmont ordered the 5 infantry divisions waiting in the woods behind him to march west, to cut off Wellington's imagined retreat. General Moukoun's 5th Division, in the lead, stopped to engage what was presumed to be the British rearguard in the village of Los Arapiles.
That's the main army right there.
General Thomier's 7th Division continued west past it. Wellington watched as the French left flank became increasingly strung out and knew it was an opportunity too good to miss.
Come
he
on,
galloped
Wellington.
3 miles across country to the 3rd Division to give
Holy
the crucial
shit.
orders in person.
Oh, he's doing
Many of
it
his
now.
staff officers struggled to keep up. On arrival, he instructed the division's commander, his own brother-in-law, Edward Pakenham, to attack and drive everything before him.
He's doing everything in person. He's a good leader.
3rd Division's advance was hidden by low hills until the last minute.
Oh, that sucks.
Thomier's division was caught completely unawares and shattered by the assault.
Oh yeah, nothing.
Thomier's himself was killed.
Oh wow.
Half his division killed or captured. The rest soon put to flight.
Run, boys, run!
At this crucial moment, Marshal Marmont was hit by a British shell
Yo.
and carried from the field seriously wounded. His second-in-command, General Bonnet, was himself wounded an hour later.
Oh shoot.
So command passed to General Clausel.
This makes things
45
hard.
minutes later, the British 5th Division attacked, supported by 2 Portuguese brigades and General Lemarchand's dragoons. The French saw the cavalry coming and formed square, but were hit first by the British infantry, who unleashed a close-range volley, then charged with the bayonet. The French were routed and charged down by Lemarchand's cavalry. French 6th Division was caught up in the collapse. Lemarchand himself was shot from the saddle, but his brigade had helped destroy 8 French battalions and capture 2 Eagles.
Wow.
Wellington's echelon attack continued as Cole's 4th Division advanced in the centre. But Pack's Portuguese brigade was thrown back from the Greater Arapil, and the whole division was soon falling back in disorder. Despite the devastation of his army's left flank, General Clausel decided to launch an attack on the Lesser Arapil, the hinge of Wellington's position.
That's kind of a...
If it could be taken, he might still snatch victory from the jaws of defeat.
No.
But the French advance was met by fresh troops of
right,
Clinton's 6th Division, who poured volleys of musket fire into the French columns. They began to fall back. The French army had lost the will to fight on, its soldiers streaming away into the woods behind them.
That's embarrassing.
General Ferré's 3rd Division mounted a brave rearguard action to buy the rest of the army time to escape, but it faced a hopeless task. It was soon outflanked by the British 5th Division, and Ferré himself was killed.
Jeez, they're
Only
all dying.
General Foy's 1st Division escaped in good order.
They're like,
with darkness
we're
falling,
getting out of here.
And his army exhausted, Wellington called off the pursuit.
Wow. Destroyed. Okay. Deposition of the courts came to congrat me upon your victory, hailing you as the savior of Spain. Wesley to his brother Lord Wellington.
Wellington had smashed Marmont's army, taking 7,000 prisoners and killing or wounding 6,000 more, a French casualty rate of 25%, and more than double Wellington's own losses.
Wow.
The next day, dragoons of the King's German Legion attacked the French rearguard and achieved the almost unheard of feat of charging down a French infantry square and taking another 1,000 prisoners.
Damn.
Wellington now decided to march on Madrid, forcing King Joseph to abandon the capital and retreat to Valencia to join up with Marshal Suchet.
Yeah, Suchet is the only one.
On the 12th of August, Wellington liberated the city to scenes of wild celebration.
Wow.
Soult, now at risk of being cut off in Andalusia, abandoned the siege of Cadiz, which had dragged on for 2.5 years,
Jeez.
and marched east to join Joseph and Suchet.
Wow, they're done.
The following month, Wellington marched north, pushing the French back from Valladolid and besieging the castle of Burgos.
Burgos.
But his army lacked heavy guns, and the French garrison fought bravely.
Oh.
As powerful French armies gathered to the north and south, Wellington himself was now in danger of being trapped.
Yep.
He had no choice but to withdraw.
Gotta go back.
Wellington's retreat turned into a desperate, forced march through autumn rain.
Jeez.
The supply system collapsed, and many starving soldiers looted what food they could find from Spanish villages. Madrid was abandoned and reoccupied by the French on the 1st of November. Wellington was back where he'd started 5 months before.
Just back
But
where he
despite the
started.
campaign's dismal conclusion, his strike into Spain had led to the liberation of huge swathes of the country.
Yeah.
And left the French more overstretched than ever.
Huh.
Reinforced and resupplied, Wellington would be back the next year to deliver the final blow to Joseph's Spanish kingdom.
Yep. Come on, Wellington.
1812 had seen the tide of war turn, and not just in Spain. Because 2,000 miles to the east, in Russia, catastrophe had engulfed the Grande Armée.
The Grande Armée are dying. Oof.
Thank you to...
Oh, wow, yeah, it's super interesting to see Wellington just, again, like, it seems like Wellington is such a, just, like, leader. You could tell he is a Napoleon from British, and you could tell like he is such like he does things on it with his own volition. He calculates stuff, and he's very just he does things on himself. He does a lot of things himself. He doesn't let other people do them. He's very respectful towards people and everyone around him, and it just seems like a really good guy to be around. And yeah, it's super interesting. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. Comment and subscribe. See ya!